This portion of the CU podcast is sponsored by Launchbox, the perfect gaming front end for your PC, home theater, or arcade cabinet. Check it out at launchbox-app.com. Any sports games that made you appreciate the sport more or even like it? Something like Mario Tennis, for example. Ian, you hate sports. What do you think?
I've always loved baseball games. And baseball games, playing them in my late teens with my friends who were very into baseball. I've played baseball games my whole life, video games.
Without liking the sport.
Without really having much of an interest in the sport. Okay. But a lot of my friends are really into the sport, the actual sport baseball, and always played the baseball video games. And I can without a doubt say that, yes, playing baseball video games, learning the players, learning more about the positions, my friends teaching me the strategy of baseball as we played baseball games, and then going to some baseball games with my friends gave me an appreciation of baseball that I never had before. And honestly, I love going to baseball games, and it really is kind of the game that really turned baseball into a sport that I have learned to like lifelong. There are seasons that I don't pay attention to at all. There are seasons that I pay attention to very closely. Unfortunately, this has not been a season I've paid attention to that closely, which is a shame because it's been a very exciting season from what I've read up on.
My Mets got to the wild card game but lost.
Yeah.
Well, they were real with injuries, though.
Our buddy Windy Crisp loves the Mets, too, and was really bummed and sad. Football was another one. Now, I don't follow football at all anymore. I haven't followed football since I moved out to San Diego. But in high school, my friends played a lot of football games. I actually got good at football games. When I got a Dreamcast, I looked forward to getting the new NFL 2K every year. They were just super fun games. When we talked about... What the hell was it on? Oh, we were going over that one time list, and I gushed over NFL 2K5. I mean, I loved those NFL 2K games. That actually helped me enjoy football Sundays for a long time when I was in my last 5 years in Buffalo. When I moved out here, I fell off of football because I was always working Sundays. And I just, various aspects of football, I've really grown a distaste for football. Lastly, I'd say you will never, ever get me to watch golf or tennis in real life, but probably my two favorite sports games to play now. Like, I really do love playing tennis and golf games. And I still will buy... I did actually always like soccer, so that doesn't really count. Okay. But I will watch soccer and baseball still. Play those games, and I do play tennis and golf games.
I guess I come from somebody different. I liked most sports as a kid and played them. I did Little League for like 10 years, so baseball. I played basketball on the courts with my friends. I loved the Knicks growing up. You hear about my street tennis days? I played street tennis. And I actually tried out for tennis in high school. Didn't make it. But I still enjoy and play tennis. By the way, guys, tennis is a great date with a girl. Tennis is a fun activity. Anyway. So tennis and football, I grew up with football, love football, and ice hockey. I played street hockey. I love the Rangers. So, different place where I'm coming from here. I liked all of those. I did like playing golf games, even though I couldn't watch golf on TV. It's very tough for me to do that. Mini golf doesn't count. Mini golf's not golf. It's different. But this is what I'm going to say, is that there's no reason not to like sports games, though. Because it's not like the skills or hand-eye coordination or what you're doing is different than regular games, you know?
Right.
There's some strategy, there's some thinking, there's some twitchy stuff involved like there are with a lot of some popular genres. It's just packaged differently. So, I like racing games. I hate watching... I hate NASCAR. I hate IndyCar racing.
Yeah.
You know, I love a certain
IndyCar
game. I don't see how they have to be synonymous with one another.
They don't. And that's another thing, true. A sports game, I mean, as time goes on, they get more realistic. They do, feel more like a sport or something. But especially when you're looking at classic gaming, classic sports game doesn't represent a sport.
No, ice hockey is just a...
It's just a massacre.
It's like anyway. It's like a Pong game with chubby, cute Nintendo characters. Or Tecmo Bowl is like... It's a game of kind of like checkers with some action thrown in. Mm-hmm. Selecting one of the four players and plays and having some strategy. So yeah, I just never bought that. I just think it's like, why would you close yourself off with any gaming genre like that? You at least got to give it a try. And plus, they're not even in the same genres. A football game is totally different than a baseball game.
And totally different than a hockey game or
Totally different than a
tennis
basketball game. They're all sort of different. The closest you can say is like hockey and basketball. You score.
And
into a
shit,
goal, or
golf
soccer.
games are like math games,
Yes,
geometry games. I mean,
geometry, timing, and yes, selecting the right club. And yeah, that's a totally different game than playing a baseball. So when you say I hate all sports games, that's like sports to me is almost like not even a genre in terms of the gameplay mechanics. It's a genre of games.
you can count. You can kind of count each sport as its own genre, but you can't count sports as a genre. I find that very difficult to do.
Unless you're writing a book and you have to do that.
Because otherwise you're gonna drive yourself fucking nuts.
Yeah.